In order for you to be able to sustain the covenant between you and God as a person, the first thing is never take God for granted. Never take God for granted. Number 2, obey God promptly. That's prompt obedience. In order to sustain this covenant, you must give yourself to prompt obedience. Prompt obedience. Number 3, remain connected with God. Remain connected with God. In other words, you must build an altar for God and service it regularly. You must build an altar for God and service the altar regularly. Humble yourself before God no matter your status. Humble yourself before God no matter your status. If you will sustain the covenant, you must remain humble. Humble yourself before God no matter your status. When you are confronted with an issue, how do you respond to it? How do you take it? Do you accept it, or do you say, who are you to talk to me like that? Is it because we are attending the same church? Is that what gave you audacity to walk up to me and tell me this? And yet you know in your heart of heart that that thing is true. Instead of saying, wow, I'm sorry, I have sinned against God. That was what David did here. He wasn't a perfect man. But one thing with David is this, you can't take it from him. He was a humble man. Yeah. Fear God and honor his servants. Fear God and honor his servants. This is a lesson to every one of us as God's children. When you hear something about a man of God, as correct as that thing is, how do you handle it? As correct as it is, correct, how do you take it? Do you also begin to slander the person, the Lord's anointed? You see, here, even though the Spirit of God has left Saul, an evil spirit had taken over, but David still said, I will not do this against the Lord's anointed. David still recognized that. And he said, I won't do it. I will not. Stay on your lane. Service your own altar regularly. Be sure that you are humble before God. Fear him. Honor his anointed. When you do these things, you will realize that your own covenant with God will be sustained. And it will run through several generations, even long after you have gone. Praise the Lord.